Therefore, if we bring this approach in our life, when we are dealing individually with ourselves, with the family members, or in the operations, our approach to life will change. And when the approach to the life changes, there is a tremendous fulfillment attained by the end of the day. See, friends. Therefore, let us work on how do we eliminate this I. Unless this I is eliminated, the troubleshooting I and the perfect I is allowed to surface, we are leading our life mechanically without any wisdom associated in our life. Now see what happens. One child asked me this question many years before, a very intelligent question. His question is that how do we know that God is expressing through us and we are expressing through us? I said, why did this question come in your mind? He said, you only told us God is inside. So now I know there are two fellows. One is me and another is God. See how intelligent this child is. So there are two things. One is I who is talking to you, and you told, I didn't say, that God is also sitting there. So two fellows are sitting inside. Now how do I know whatever is happening is done by me or God? I said, then what will you do? He said, whenever something wrong happens, I will tell God did it, I didn't do it. See, Duryodhana said this thing. Janami dharmam nachame pravrutti, janami adharmam nachame nivrutti. Kenapi devena hrudisthitena yatha niyuktosmi tatha karomi. So even the child could understand this. So how do we do this? I said, hey, look here, it's a very simple way. It's not difficult. Then I asked him, I give you a wonderful chocolate bar. What will you do? He said, first you give. Practical. I don't work on hypothesis. I said, all right. And I had, fortunately, one chocolate, so I gave him. So he kept it in his pocket. This is what I will do. You don't eat? No. Then I'll give to my sister. By giving sister, what will you get? You enjoy. He looked at me in such a pitiable way. Swamiji, do you have sister? I said, no. You will never understand. Then he said, when I will give it to my sister, and when she will eat it, she will be so happy. I said, yes, she will be happy, but what will you get? You don't understand. No, he is not able to express, Then I told this, me not understanding this expression of yours is called as God is expressing through you. When we become happy by receiving the things, it is the small I attached to the iPod. And when we discover happiness in sharing what we have, it is the capital I, which doesn't capitalize on anybody's weakness. See, friends. So our approach, wherever we are, should be to work on this I. We all say that, oh, he is very egoist. स्वामी जी उनका अहंकार बहुत ज़्यादा है. See? So when we talk about ego, 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 what exactly ego means, which we have to delete now. Ego is something like, we have got email, emotional blackmail is called as email. So email, then we got e-commerce, then e-management, e-tickets, e-booking. Similarly, ego. It must go. And for that, like everything in this E is exclusively virtual. It is not real. The data that we have in our computer, it is a virtual reality. When your hard disk is full, 120 gigs, and you are lifting your laptop. Oh God, it's so heavy. Why 180 gigs full? And then you delete. 100 gigs deleted. Now it is light. It doesn't happen. But we do experience the presence of the data. So what is that data? It is, but it is not. In the same manner, this ego that we talk about, which is creating all the problems and doesn't allow the absolute I, the divine I, the capital I to express. This ego has to be found out. See, friends, then we will reach there. So what is this I that we talk about? See, you will not get this thing in any books printed. Sometimes some people come and ask, Swamiji, will you please give me the reference book? I want to read. So I tell them, go in the cyberspace, visit justbehappy.org, find out the list of the talks, and you can listen there free. It is not in the books, you have to discover within. Now see how it is. Once we conducted, this management seminars, etc., they are the biggest blubs. I am talking in management institution, I am aware of that. I don't claim that I am doing something good, I am giving a super bluff, nothing else. So, what happened? We were having somewhere in a retreat for some company, a management conference, and it was not a routine necktie brand conference. All, these management conferences are necktie brand. So it was not like that. I said, you come in a relaxed mood, kurta, pajama, and get everybody from your house. Your wife, children, in-laws, outlaws, and everybody you get. And we will have our sessions, 1 or 2 sessions. Rest of the time, instead of having a cocktail, let us have a pigtail. And in that we used to have satsang. And in that satsang we are playing one session. I said, hey, we are going to play something, okay? And everybody in a relaxed mood, sitting on the floor, nice gadda, white spread sheets and all that. And I was sitting like this, yes. Now, one child I called, about 5-7 years. Hey, come here. He got up. Why? I said, just come, we are playing. He came. Talk about yourself for 5 minutes. Now he has a problem. I don't want to talk. No, beta, we are playing. You have to talk something. Okay. I like chocolates. First sentence. Then again, big silence. I said, hey, come on, talk. I don't like taking baths, but mommy always tells me. Second thing. Then again silence. I said, come on, talk something. He had a struggle to talk. And when I insisted, you have to talk for 5 minutes, he said, if you don't allow me to go, I will do susu here. Ultimate. His ultimate was more stronger than our government's ultimate to Pakistan. So I said, Baba, you go. He went. Then I did a mistake knowingly, deliberate mistake. From the group, I invited 175 not out. And when the 75 not out came, I said, Babaji, tell something about you in 5 minutes. And there began the tragedy. See, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes. So I said, now there is over 5 minutes. No, thoda over. Finally, we had to call the fire brigade to tow him out. Now see the two people. The child has hardly anything in the past to talk. And the old man has nothing else except the past. And therefore, a child doesn't get hurt so easily. Even if he gets hurt, he doesn't carry it long. And old is, मैं उसका मुंह जन्म भर नहीं देखूंगा. मत देखो, who cares? See how small little things make a terrible prestige issue. And that small little dirt we keep on carrying on our head throughout life. See, the load of any kind brings misery in us, and misery is not our real nature. Happiness and joy is our real nature. See, suppose there is a boy, small boy, 10 years, and you give a lot of heavy luggage on his head, and he has to climb the steps in a railway station, and he is going with great difficulty, and he is getting down is more difficult. That time you stop him and tell him the best joke. Will he laugh? He is under such a terrible load, he cannot laugh. See, take another, this is a gross load. I am giving you different qualities of loads. Second load, if you have got very high blood pressure and your virtually blood is oozing out of you, that time somebody tells you any joke, you cannot. Third load is the Madhya Pradesh load. If you have got very high BP, bowel pressure, and you are sitting in the midst of the whole thing, you are only waiting when the lecture will be over. What is being talked? Who knows what is going on? And finally, when the limit is cracked, you just get out of it. And others are worried. Why he left suddenly halfway? It was not halfway. It was a full way. Because you cannot carry the load for a very long period. Now go further. If we have a load of our past on our head, you cannot laugh happily. See. And when you can laugh happily, you are in the utter present. And when you are in the utter present, you are the absolute truth. And when you are the absolute truth, the best out of you will come out. See. I receive a lot of jokes through this SMS. Somebody sent me one very good joke. I like that joke very much. I don't know if I told you. It is a, typical Sardarji joke. One Sardarji was going in a marketplace and he had a parrot on his shoulder. And when he was going, somebody asked, "Hey, where from this animal has come?" The parrot answered, "From Punjab." Now see, when you all laughed at this moment, that time you were your absolute self. Why? Because you are in the utter present. When you laugh, you are not a man, nor woman, nor rich, nor poor, nor educated, nor uneducated, not managed, not mismanaged. Think. And remaining in this utter present is possible under condition number 1. Don't bring your past in the present. See? All the time the same thing. Jaane kahan gaye wo din baad mein. See? That is the reason why old people are not liked by the younger generation. See? And the poor old fellows, I am included in that. But I am not old. Because I don't talk the old stuff. See? So they have nothing else except the past. And the younger generation is worried about the future. So they are tenses apart. One is living in the past tense, other is worried about the future tense, and both of them are not in the present tense, and therefore both of them miserable. See? Therefore, to get rid of this I that we are carrying on our head is, we have to consciously practice. Let us not bring our past in the present. One of the most important thing. These days, wherever you go, the same topic comes, you know. हमारे ज़माने में जो है ना, टीवी भी नहीं होता था. These days, the children operate a laptop, so I'm so surprised how they do that. Because you are outdated. See? I was talking to this Neha, who teaches me a little bit of computer here and there. Today I was learning PowerPoint with her. She said, Swamiji, why you want to learn? I said, I am a learnoholic. And then I said, look here, if I have to tell some stories, that's why I am now building up another whole bunch of things I am building, working on that. So if I have to tell the stories to the youngsters, children, and if I go there and I tell, my dear children, once upon a time, there was a king, he had 2 wives. So Amiji, but 1 wife is allowed, 2 wives are not allowed. What will you talk to that child? And if the child asks a question, if in the earlier days every king had dozens of wives and they were all Hindus, why today Hindus are not allowed to have more than 1 wife? Now you started telling something and you ended up somewhere else. This is the generation which will not swallow whatever you give. I said, if I had to talk to them, I must come to their way of living and thinking. And then what we are thinking in terms of this is, take beautiful stories, original or fabricated doesn't matter, and then present to them through the PowerPoint. It becomes so effective. Then they are able to learn, understand, get the point. Therefore, what is required is, let us not carry the load of the past all the time, but become suitable and fit to live in the present. See, somewhere I was, and one Babaji told me, Swamiji, this time I didn't bring, because I wasn't well, so I didn't want to carry any load. So, otherwise I got my recording machine and everything. So, one person asked me this question, Swamiji, you yourself fix your video camera and do this thing, you know, it doesn't look good. I said, don't look at me then. No, but why should you do? I said, why shouldn't I? No, Swamijis don't handle laptop and cameras and gadgets and all that. I said, if there was laptop during the time of Veda Vyasa, he would have used it. See, Bhagavan Shankaracharya has written all the commentaries. Why should he write? See, the media is not a concern. What is the product is the concern, isn't it? Your latest electronic media is just a media. It doesn't matter whether you take the, the feather of the bird and take a stupid kind of paper and write on that, Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, it is becoming spiritual. And if you type on the laptop, Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, it is becoming digital. Ganesha is the same. See, friends, we have to come to the present in its entirety. We must not be an obsolete in the present time. One day I was going by a car somewhere in UP. Such things can happen only in UP. UP means Ulta Pradesh. So when I was going, we had to stop somewhere on a railway crossing, and there was one old wall, and on that, near that old wall there was one banyan tree or a peepal tree. And in that tree, the steel guard which is around, that was virtually eaten by the tree. It was overgrowing it. So when this happened, I had told somebody who was driving, I said, hey, did you see like that? What is there to see, Swamiji? I said, see the tree, the guard. Yes, they should have removed the guard. I said, Dumbo, learn something. Who should do is not our concern. Then I told, look here. It may be a steel guard. If it does not change itself, it will be swallowed by the soft tree. Is it not? Tree is softer than the steel. In the same manner, if we do not change ourselves, if we do not remain fit in the present, we will be erased, rubbed away from the world. See, we want to fight with the terror with the lathi in the hand. It will not happen. See, the time when Shivaji Maharaj and Jhansi ki Rani, they were fighting, that was a different time. Now it is electronic. So we have to update ourselves. But all the time talking about the past glory, where it is said, जहाँ डाल डाल पर सोने की चिड़िया करती है बखेरा, वो भारत देश है. Forget about the past, be perfect in the present. We have to be competitive. See, Bhagavan Sri Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, Niti Rasmi Jigishatam. He tells, those who are successful in the world, I am the planning in them. You have to plan so perfectly and execute it more perfectly. Then only the progress is possible in the future. But we are all the time, our religious life means what? If you put on a, chandan, or if you put on the lungi, or if the ladies put on sari, if they grow their hair like the wild one, then they are Indian Hindu naris. No! It has nothing to do with your dress. What is important is what is inside you. See, that must be brought out. And the best in us always comes out when we are at the peak of happiness. Happiness is a creative force. It is not a destructive force. I say to somebody, darling, I am so happy today, I want to pluck your head. Can somebody say like that? You cannot. And once you discover this principle, see, everything is together now. If you are happy, you are in the present. Point number one. If you are happy, you are available in the present. Two things. To remain in the present is one. Available in the present is one. The three. When you are happy, you are relaxed. See? A happy person is never tense. Oh God, I have to go and give lecture. I have to go and give lecture. Now what will happen? What will happen? To the audience. What will happen to the audience? You relax yourself. And in this manner, the secret of walking the path to the reality is to pinpoint these two eyes. Whether it is the eye of the iPod or the capital I of Bhagavan Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. There the Lord says, Maya dhakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam hetu nanena kaunteya jagad viparivartate. Hey Arjun, it is in my presidentship that the world is vibrating and moving. In the same manner, are we the victims of our sense organs, our organs of action, our mind, or we are the rulers of them? See? Like Bhagavan says in Gita 6th chapter, Atmaiva Atmano Bandhu Atmaiva Ripur Atmanaha. We are our friend, we are our enemy. Under what condition? If all our faculties are under our control, it is here the Yoga Shastra comes into play. Only by talking nothing happens. See? Therefore, when we have clearly taken this step, that I have to find out this I who is creating problem in our life, and for that we have to slowly develop our thinking. Then we come to discover that if I don't talk my past, how will I relate in the present? See? Now here little bit of subtle thinking is required. What is the subtle thinking? How the I develops? I develops when we do not learn from our experiences. If we learn from the experiences, I does not develop, only the wisdom grows. See? What is the meaning of I, a strong I? A person who is functioning under the influence of the personal likes and dislikes. I don't like it. I like it. See? You ask even a child, take milk. I don't like milk. I want coffee. You ask why you like coffee? Why I like coffee? I like coffee. Why child ask an elderly person? See? आज बैंगन की सब्जी can't you think about anything else? No, बैंगन is good. Even Birbal told to Akbar, it is called as Bangan because it is Bahuguna. There is called as Bangan. It's good for. I don't like it. But why you don't like it? For disliking, there is no logic. See? For liking, there is no logic. In one house I went. Only hum do hamara koi nahi. That kind of family. So, when I went to their house, I saw all around. So dilapidated, as if in an antique house I have entered. So I looked around and then as if I had not seen. Then both of them came. Swamiji, you have seen our house. I said, it is so lovely. What else can I say? Do you know why we have not painted? I said, maybe you don't have money or whatever, but I am not worried about it. As long as you give me food, it is enough. No, money is not a criteria. Criteria is, I like light cream color and she likes light green color. And therefore, we could not decide which color to give. Therefore, this pending. Now you decide, Swamiji, what color should be given. I said, give dark yellow. But why did you select dark yellow? I said, because on this both of you will agree. How come? Both of you don't like it, is it not? So you agreed. So you want agreement, is it not? Your problem was she doesn't agree with you and you don't agree with her. So I created an agreement. So you give a yellow color, so both agree and stay together. Every day curse me and remember me. You will be happy. So why I like the light cream or why I don't like the light green, does it have any logic behind it? But our whole life is guided by only the likes and the dislikes, is it not? See, friends. And we consider ourselves to be logical beings. And our whole life is lived without any logic. See? Therefore, stronger the ego, very firm is the obsession. It's very simple. When we have got very strong likes and dislikes, that is called a strong ego. When you have got less likes and dislikes, you have got weak ego. If you have no likes and dislikes, you are wise. See? And when you are wise, you are not biased because you have grown wise through your experiences. Therefore, whenever we are interacting with the world, let us keep this one single and simple process of learning. We all have to learn. And from every experience when we start learning, you will see that with every experience, we will grow wise. And wiser we grow, less miserable we are. And wisest we are, happiest we are. See? But our condition is like what? Suppose one of you, a husband, and come and talk to me. Now what a husband will talk? The problems about his wife. There is no other topic. You know, these are sorted discussion topics which have gone through my life. So when the husband comes, Swamiji, I start. What is the problem with the wife? Swamiji, how do you know? I said, don't worry about me. Then he will start telling, see, my wife is so terrible, I get paid on my... Then what I am supposed to talk to him? Come on, don't be worried. You are not the only husband. Every husband is having the same biography. If you are happy, then there is something wrong between you and your wife. It is good. If she is suspecting you, when you talk to any lady, it is good. It is not bad. If you come little late at home and if she starts doubting you, it is good. It is not bad. And this is how it happens with every husband. So don't worry. Take it lightly. Okay, Swamiji, if you say. So his worries are cooled down. Now I interact in a different manner, not this manner. If I interact this manner, then I am called as a Mahatma. Who is a Mahatma? Who dissolves your questions and problems without answering them. Is a Mahatma. So now other way I answer. Somebody comes and tells me, Swamiji, I am so fed up with my wife, I don't know what I am, so miserable, Swamiji, please help me. I reply, Yaar, you are miserable because you don't have wife. I tell you, andar ki baat. I am also miserable. No wife, yaar. Will you call me a wise person? A wise person neither complains nor cries. See? Ashocha nano shochastvam prajnavadanscha bhashase gatasu na gatasuscha nanu shochanti panditaha. Now bring all these thoughts together. So when you remain in the utter present, you are no more carrying the load of your past, and therefore, although you are growing with every experience, you are not growing old, but you are growing wise. See, friends, and in this world, the wise people are respected, not the old people. And what the old people have, one complaint, that the youngsters don't respect us. Whenever we demand respect, we don't command it. See, friends, why should anybody respect us? What is great in us? What is our contribution in growing in age? Poor earth is running around the sun and we are growing in age. One place, I went to somebody's place, a small boy. I asked him, hey, what's your name? My name is Kaushik. Very good. What is your age? The earth has gone around the sun 5 times. So when he said like that, his mother said, when will you talk sense? I said, Mama, he replied, no, Swamiji, always he talks like that. I never understand what he says. I said, Mama, he told he is 5 years old. How did you understand? I said, because in 1 year, the earth goes around the sun 1 time. So 5 times since I am born, the earth has gone around the sun. See? When we are thus learning from our every experience, we grow wise, and wise people are those who are never miserable. See? And when we are not miserable, we are nearest to the Lord. Take an equation. See, the equation is, the more miserable we are, the more egoist we are. See, the less miserable we are, less egoist we are. God is all bliss. Why? Zero ego. No ego. Stronger the ego, more miserable we are. Weaker the ego, less miserable we are. Zero ego, all bliss. See? And all ego, all blisters. They can never be happy in life. If you see the great masters, do you think they go through all the rose treatment? No. The thorns are always there. Everybody is after them. Yet, they don't give up. Now, what is the stamina they get from? Their stamina is not coming from the world. Their stamina is coming from the reality that they are allowing to surface and express. See, and the obstacle that we have is the obstacle of this load of the past that we have. Now this load of the past, how it expresses in the life, and how we can and we should consciously curtail it. Be very attentive. When few people are talking on any topic, doesn't matter, and you just observe, never participate when people are talking. Observe, more to learn. So one person tells, particularly in the marriages it happens. So in one marriage I had gone somewhere, not for my marriage, somebody else's marriage. I am saved. So when I went there, my interest in any marriage is eat and sleep, that's it. So I went, and the Bombay marriages are standardized cinema marriages. So there is a stage like this, and then those two unwanted fellows, the bride and the groom, they are standing there, the last smile of their life. Once, I was in Pune, and one Angrez came with me. And it was only the Upanayanam ceremony, the thread ceremony. And a small boy, about 7, 8 years, so cute he was. So he's all, that thread ceremony, whatever they have to do. So there was a dish antenna, and, nice those things tied down and all that, And he was looking so cute, and he was enjoying, because he was the center of attraction for everybody. And then after this Upanayanam is done, everybody will come and give him dakshina and do namaskar to him, and he used to bless and all that. He was feeling so good. He said, line aur lambi karo, I'm enjoying. And he was not crying, he was enjoying. Now this Angrez who was with me, he said, hey, where is the girl? I said, no, this is not a marriage, this is a premarital arrangement. So now he is ready to be offered. So he said, yes, I have got now this doubt always in my mind. I have attended few marriages, Indian marriages, and last time when I went, that girl was crying so much in that marriage, but the boy was not crying. What is the reason? I said, a girl cries only once. Thereafter the whole life, it is the boy. Therefore he doesn't cry now, that is his chance comes afterwards. She cries only once. See? So when we are in